Good morning. It is Monday, October 2nd, day 176 on the Appalachian Trail. I'm in Maine. As you saw in the other video, I said so long to New Hampshire yesterday. Thank goodness. Glad to be out of there. Yesterday was a hard hike too, although in the Mahoosucs here in Maine. So a lot of what I call butt slider descents. The only way you can get down, just sit down and slide on your butt, and try and reach for the next step with your foot or with a trekking pole. Anyway, it's I only did about 8.5 miles yesterday. That was enough. Got to full Goose shelter where I stayed last night. It was almost dark. Didn't have my headlamp on. I had to use my headlamp to set up camp, but a couple of other guys came from the other direction. They were Sobo. Less in shape for hiking, let's just put it that way. They were pretty stout. And they'd come all the way from Grafton Notch. They suggested not trying to go all the way in, but they said something like 12 miles. It's only 9.3 miles, I think, to Grafton. And so, I don't know, maybe I can make it. We'll see. Right out of the gate this morning, I've got the Mahoosuc Notch. I've got to climb Fulling Mountain, and then as I descend down that mountain, I'll hit the Mahoosuc Notch, famous for slowing hikers down considerably. Difficult climb through there. Sometimes you have to take your pack off and drag it through the hole because it's not big enough for you and the pack. And so get through that, and then right after that, there's the Mahoosuc Arm, which is just all the way up to Mahoosuc Peak. And it's just a long, steep climb as well. So we'll hopefully get both of those things done in the morning. This morning it is almost 8 o'clock, and so that's my hope for the day. By the time I get through with that, there'll be 7 miles, something like that, to go into Grafton. I'll need to make sure that I call, if I'm going to get a motel or a shuttle or anything, I'll have to call from the top of, I think it's Old Speck Mountain, because there's no cell signal down at the highway at Grafton Notch. ME 26, 27, I don't know, one of those main highways anyway. So I'll have to make a decision once I get to Speck Mountain as to what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to stay at the Speck Pond shelter or hike on stealth camp somewhere, or try and make it all the way into Grafton Notch. Haven't decided if I'm gonna zero or not yet. Tomorrow, either Nero or zero, one or the other. This is day 6 on the trail, so I'm probably due for a zero, just to avoid any problems in the future. These are tough mountains to climb, so my body's taking a hit, but I feel good. Surprisingly. All right, I don't know that there's any other thoughts that I had. I've run into some Sobo hikers, some through hikers, some flip-floppers, interesting folks. Two of the Sobo through hikers were both formerly from Minnesota, from Lakeville, Minnesota. Didn't know each other. They were in the same unit in the Marines and found that out, and Squatch was a day ahead of 420. Met Squatch 2 days ago, met 420 yesterday. So I'll probably see those guys when I go back down to do the Mid-Atlantic states. And then there was also Shronky, a female. Wears a Shrek t-shirt with the donkey, so they call her Shronky. And then I met 2 other section hikers. Well, no, Skywalker, he's also a through hiker from North Carolina. I'm not sure where Squatch is from, if he's still in Minnesota. 420, he's from Georgia now. He lives in Georgia, so he's walking home. And then Bamboo. Bamboo's a through hiker as well, I believe. Yeah, met him yesterday. He's a mushroom guy. I'd run across Shroom and Camel a couple of days ago, 3 days ago, I guess. I'd met him in the 100-mile wilderness before. Now he's trying to finish up the last 1,000 miles that he's got yet to do on the trail. It seemed like there was one other flip-flopper. Shronky was a flip-flopper. She has to go down to Delaware Water Gap. That's where she'll finish. There was one other one that had to go down to the Shenandoah. and I can't remember their name. I think I recorded it on my DVR, but it'll come later. All right, beautiful day as you can see behind me. Sky's clear, sun's out. It's fantastic. It's cool. Got some stuff to pick up at Resupply when I get to Bethel, Maine. When I get to Grafton Notch, I'm planning on going into Bethel, Maine for my laundry and motel and shower, resupply. I've got some equipment that I want to get. Well, at least one piece of equipment, and I need some batteries as well. I put the new batteries in yesterday for my headlamp, and I want to get at least another supply of those just to have on hand. I need a battery for my thermometer. It died here a while ago. So, all right, time to get moving. It's 8 o'clock, straight up, 8 bells. All right, this is Patriarch wishing everybody a good day. Stay green, keep growing, and we'll be pushing on to Mahoosuc Notch and Mahoosuc Arm today and trying to finish up the section to Grafton Notch. This is the view from Fulling Mill Mountain. I just got to the summit of that. You see some clouds off in the distance over there, out of the valleys. Not sure what some of those things are, but not quite as hazy today, but still there's some haze out there. It could be clear. I came from that direction. There's some clouds out there in the tree line as well. Kind of an alpine, boggy area back here. Time to descend and do the notch. Okay, I'm about to enter the Mahoosuc Notch right here at the Mahoosuc Notch West. Some cool stealth sites right in here behind me. It's kind of neat. Stopped and had a candy bar and rested my legs, getting ready to enter the notch. The next 0.8 miles is supposed to be among the toughest on the trail. We shall see. Pushing on. Well, I'm not through the Mahoosuc Notch yet. This is tough. It's taken a long time. It's been 2 hours already. You can hear the water running underneath the rocks. Yeah, this is slow going. Wow. Well, that's done. The Mahoosuc Notch is behind me now. Man, that was tough. 0.8 miles, took me 2 3/4 hours. Well, stopped for some conversation with 4 people on the way, so that added a little bit to the time, but still, man, that was nasty. My legs are pretty shot. Still have to climb up Mahoosuc Arm yet. It's a 1.5 mile climb, pretty steep, grueling right here. So I'm gonna eat a little something and rest up and see how far we get today. Grafton Notch may be out of reach, we'll see. Time to take a break. All right, I'm almost to the top of Old Speck. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Beautiful fall colors down there, setting sun. I'm not going to make Grafton Notch today. And the caretaker was out at Speck Pond. I think that's Speck Pond down there. But that's okay. I'm not going to camp there anyway. It's an AMC campsite. I'll find a stealth spot kind of on the way down the hill toward Grafton Notch, or maybe a little saddle just above it. Give the motel a call tonight and let them know I'm coming. Okay, it's a climb again. Enough for a day.